Alright, let's start with a warm-up. So we know that since WXYZ is a parallelogram, that opposite angles are congruent. Okay? So 3x is equal to 90. I'm going to divide by 3 both sides. So x is equal to 30. We also know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. So 18 is equal to 6x. So we're going to divide by 6 both sides. So x is equal to 3. Alright, 6.4, we're talking about rhombuses, rectangles, and squares, and the objective is to use properties of special parallelograms. Alright, quadrilaterals. So this is kind of what we've been doing and what we're going to be going into. So quadrilateral is kind of the overall, has 4 sides. A parallelogram is whenever both sides are parallel. Okay, so the top and bottom, I shouldn't write that. Okay, top and bottom are parallel, and the sides are parallel. Okay, and then rhombuses, rectangles, and squares are special parallelograms, so we're going to get into that. Alright, so a rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and with diagonals that are perpendicular. Okay, so all the sides are congruent, and the diagonals are perpendicular, meaning they are all right angles. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 congruent angles. Okay, so all the angles are 90 degrees, and the diagonals are congruent. Okay, so if this is A, B, C, D, so AC is congruent to B. Oh, that should be a D. So BD. A square is a parallelogram that is both a rhombus and a rectangle. So all those other properties are the same. So the right angles, all the sides are congruent, and the diagonals form right angles. So the diagonals are perpendicular. Okay, so the following quadrilaterals are rhombuses. So find the value of the variable. So we know that all the sides are congruent, so we would do 4x plus 8 is equal to 20. Subtract the 8. So 4x is equal to 12. Divide the 4. X is equal to 3. Okay. Now, we know, we learned this already, that the diagonals, okay, when they're bisected, that means each side is congruent. So 4x plus 2 is equal to 2x plus 14. So we'll subtract the 2. So 4x is equal to 2x plus 12 minus 2x. So 2x is equal to 12. Divide the 2, so x is equal to 6. Okay, so let's say this is 40 plus x. Alright, so we know in a rhombus all of these angles are 90 degrees. So we would do 40 plus x is equal to 90. So we're going to subtract the 40, so x is equal to 50. Alright, in a square we know all the sides are congruent, so 7x minus 3 is equal to 25. Add the 3 on both sides, so 7x is equal to 28. Divide the 7, so x is equal to 4. Alright, so in a rhombus we know the opposite angles are congruent. So we'll do 60 is equal to 5x minus 10. Add the 10. So 70 is equal to 5x. Divide by 5. So x is equal to 14. Alright, we know that consecutive angles are supplementary, meaning they add to 180. So 60 plus 12x is equal to 180. subtract the 60. 12x is equal to 120. Divide by 12. So x is equal to 10. Alright. So we're going to do we're not going to do that. Let's do alright, so let's solve for the variables. To find y, we're going to do y plus 3 is equal to 12, because we know these are congruent. Subtract the 3, so y is equal to 9. Then to find the x, we do 3x is equal to 21, because we know these sides are congruent. Divide by 3, so x is equal to 7. Alright.